Hi, and welcome to day one, Living a Passionate Life. We hear a lot about joy, happiness, and fulfillment in our lives. Well, in today's session, I'm going to talk to you about how you can have all of those things. So let me ask you, what is passion and why is it so important? Well, according to the dictionary, passion is a strong feeling or emotion. It's a strong desire that can get you to do amazing things. It's the fuel in the fire of action. When you have a passion for something, you love it, even when you hate it. So let's talk more about passion. When something that you want to do is fueled by passion, you get the greatest results. You have that determination to push yourself through it. Here's the first secret of many that I'm going to share with you today. You have the ability to create whatever kind of life you want. The secret to living that dream is hidden in your passions. What are you passionate about? Can't think of anything? I was like that a few years ago. I always thought about myself as a passionate person because when I wanted something that I was passionate about, I got it. For example, I really wanted to work for this organization, which I'm going to call Organization X. And guess what? I did. Eventually, it took a while, 7 years to be exact. But because I was passionate about it, I kept applying and applying until one day they hired me. Now, was it my dream job? No, but I was working for the organization of my dreams. Do you see the difference? Because I really wanted to work for the organization, it didn't matter what job I had. Working there brought joy and happiness into my life. But then something happened along the way. The passion seemed to run out, or rather, I wasn't a passionate person anymore. I didn't know what I wanted in my life. In fact, if someone asked me, Rosanna, what are you passionate about? I couldn't answer. Then I stumbled across something called the Passion Test Training, which is a simple but powerful tool. And after going through the course and the exercises, my passions came back. That fire in my belly came back, and I was now clear as to what I was passionate about. And that's the second secret. You have to be clear about what you are passionate about in order to create that life that you want. So, secret number one was that you have the ability to create the life that you want. Secret number two is that you have to have clarity of what it is that you want. So, let's look at the three elements that are necessary for you to create that life that you desire. Number one is that you have to state your intention. Consciously and clearly state what you are choosing to create in your life. Number two is that you have to give it attention. What you put your attention on grows stronger in your life. Take action. Do whatever you can in order for you to fulfill that intention. And the third element is practice no tension. When you are putting action to your intention, do it in a calm and peaceful way from the inside. Then know when to let go and just stay open to what is appearing around you. I'll go back to my story of wanting to work in Organization X. I stated my intention, which was that I wanted to work there. I gave it attention by applying to various job postings. I did what I could, which was just to watch the job board and apply. That's it. I did all that with no tension, no stress. I let it go. I felt calmness and peace within me while I waited and waited. And like I said, it took 7 years, but I truly believe that was the best time for me to get a job with that organization. It's like the universe, God, or whoever you believe in, always gives you things when it's right for you. They are always working for your greater good. When you have that faith, you can't help but feel at peace with the timing of things. The next secret that will guarantee the creation of the life you want is this, And it's a quote by Janet Bray Atwood, who is the creator of the Passion Test. And she says, whenever you are faced with a choice, a decision, or an opportunity, choose in favor of your passions. If you followed this rule on a daily basis, do you think your life would be pretty much the way you want it to be? Absolutely yes. I chose to work towards getting a job in Organization X. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know when or I didn't know how, but I had faith that it was going to happen. I chose every day to look at that job board and I applied to the jobs that I felt qualified for. Not only one job, but a whole bunch of them. If I just sat and waited for it to happen, do you think it would happen? No. I took action and then I just let it go. You are not responsible for the how. Your job is to get clear on the what. I was clear that I wanted the job. I didn't know how or when or which job. Now, the last secret is commitment. Until you are committed to choosing in favor of your passions, nothing is going to happen for you. You have to begin making that choice now. You know, amazing things will happen when you create the life that you deserve. Here are 10. Number 1, increased self-confidence. When you create your life according to what you want, you accept yourself for you. It's hard to ignore the opinions of others. I've been there. I know. I tried to live my life according to what I thought others expected of me, and it didn't work. Not only was I unhappy with my life, I had no self-confidence. Stop doing things to please others. Stop giving into the pressures of society, your friends, and your family. Instead, work with your own strengths and interests. Number 2, your stress levels will go down. Now, let me tell you, not all stress is bad. We all know that. When you are stressed because you're doing something that you don't like, it's bad stress. When you're stressed because you are doing something that you love, that's good stress. So let me explain. Bad stress is when you don't like what you're doing. So, for example, if you hate your job, you have to get up in the morning, you have to drive to work, you have to put on your clothes to get to that job that you hate. You dread every Monday and can't wait for Friday to roll around. This stress lasts with you all the time, and that's bad stress. Instead, the stress that you get when you love what you're doing is different because this stress acts as your internal motivation to get something done. That kind of stress is good stress. It actually helps bring balance. That stress will come and go depending on what you're working on. Number 3 is you actually have that work-life balance. When you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. And so that means that if that happens, you have work-life balance. Work-life balance is needed when your work is draining you or you don't like what you're doing. Then you need work-life balance. But when you're passionate about what you do, your life is in constant balance. Your work doesn't feel like a job because you would do it for free, maybe. I remember loving one position that I had in Organization X where I knew that if I won the lottery, I would still go into work. That's how much I loved it. So yes, it was work, but because I was passionate about it, it didn't seem like work. Number 4 is that you will have fewer regrets later in life. At the end of it all, we won't regret the things that we do as much as we will regret the things that we didn't do. When people have conversations, they talk about why they didn't do X, Y, and Z. They're having these conversations when it's too late. So take that risk, be yourself, and do what you are passionate about. Even if it doesn't work out, at least you can say that you tried. Number 5 is that you experience personal growth. Most people don't live out their passions because they're afraid of the uncertainty. Maybe you need a certain skill. Maybe there's something some growth that has to happen. Whatever it is, take your time to develop the things that you need. Don't jump into anything too quickly. Take your time. Number 6 is that you will expand your comfort zone. Don't feel that you have to give everything up to follow your passions. At the end of the day, you still have to earn a living, right? You may have those limiting beliefs that are preventing you from starting your journey to change your life. Expand your comfort zone by trying new things a little at a time. You can still continue with your current job, but you can also pursue a new adventure on the side. And you can always shift when it feels comfortable to do so, little by little. And before you know it, you will be living the life that you're striving for. Number 7 is that you will reconnect with your inner self. Do you remember a time in your life when you felt free and anything and everything was possible? I do. It was a long time ago, but now I do again. When you start to include and live your passions, you are actually reconnecting with who you really are and with the things that you loved as a child. What were those things that you loved to do? I bet society has a lot to do with the things that you say that you love to do right now. Forget about society. Go back to your true self. Revisit your childhood joys and remember what you were passionate about. What is the real you before you were forced to grow up? Number 8 is that you will become a kinder person. The world would be a better place if everyone lived according to what they were passionate about. You will find that there is peace and joy within yourself when you are living out your passions, and this is going to rub off on how you interact with others. You're going to be satisfied, at peace, and have joy and happiness within yourself and then with the world in general. Number 9 is that you have the ability to change your narrative. You know who you are, what you can do, and what you deserve. You have this inner voice that tells you that you have everything, but you know deep inside that you're unhappy. Find out why you are unhappy and change the narrative of your thoughts, your feelings, and your life. And number 10 is that you can conquer your fears. When you have fear, that fear leads to procrastination, which leads to feeling stuck, which prevents you from moving forward. If you don't conquer your fears, they will continue to grow and grow and grow, and they will control you. Our mind is such a powerful thing. Our mind has the capability of controlling us. Don't let that happen. Control your mind instead of allowing it to control you. Now that you know the secrets on what's needed to lead a passionate life, practice them and see the changes begin to happen. Which one are you going to implement first?